Hey guys, it's Bacon Flakes back with another video. Today we're gonna be talking about Buzz Lightyear. Okay, but seriously, let's talk about Buzz Lightyear. So, you should already know him. You know, he's that space guy from Toy Story. All spacey, has a deadly laser that he always talks about, you know. Really cool guy. I like him a lot. But yeah, he's all like, I think he's pretty cool. I know some people may have like a few mixed opinions about him, like, oh, he ruined Woody's choices, or he ruined Woody's chances, there we go, of becoming the best toy to ever exist. And I agree with you slightly on that, but I also think that, you know, Woody was played with for long enough. Drake, shush. Woody was played with for a really long time, and that, you know, brought fame to his head, and he just couldn't resist it. So what couldn't he resist? What was I talking about? He couldn't resist it. He couldn't resist being mad at Buzz. There. I guess that's where I was going with that. Okay, so Buzz Lightyear. Let's talk about his suit. Now, he has a really complex suit made out of primarily plastic. That's about it. It has what I'm guessing is glass for his little light bulb that shoots his all deadly laser. Now, if his laser is really as powerful as he says it is, and if you have the Buzz Lightyear toy, you'll know that the laser is a bit far in there, so it would be very hot. So wouldn't that melt his suit if he shoots it for too long, if it's as dangerous as he says it is? Which, you know, I believe him. You don't want to mess with a space ranger, especially on their own suit. But yeah, so that laser, I'm pretty sure it would melt his arm, and he would be Buzz Lightyear without an arm, or a hand at least. Another thing is his wings. You know how he can fly everywhere and all that? He demonstrated it perfectly. You know, he can really, really fly. Now, his wings are perfectly flat, and they go into each other. Okay, so they like fold in, and then after folding in too much, then they fold in again, but in a different way. Really don't know how to explain that. So how do those let him fly? Because he's a big boy. Buzz Lightyear is a real big boy. So if his wings were to carry him, they would need to be very strong. Which, again, if you have the toy, I do, because I'm special like that. If you have the toy, you see that his wings aren't very strong. They're sturdy, they're weak and flimsy. So how would those carry him? Well, I believe that in his suit, now don't quote me on this or anything, there's a lot of air in his suit. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you heard me correctly. Air. That would... okay, don't... You didn't hear that. Helium more. That would help. Helium, not air. Helium. If there was helium in his suit, like, embedded in between his suit and his skin, that would help him. That would help with the flight. And say that there was helium in there, he could float easier, and his wings wouldn't have so much pressure on them. Then again, he is a big boy, so there couldn't be much helium in there. Now, I know from my days of shoving pasta in his helmet that his head is small compared to his body. If you've ever looked at his head, it's quite small. His shoulders are like bigger than they should be, or his head is smaller than it should be, I should say. So he has his spacesuit on, and there's helium, but there can't be too much, or else he would either have to be way more skinny than we thought, and he's got some puffy cheeks on him, so I don't know. Or he just has like a special type of helium that allows more of it to be compacted into an area, and so it would be possible for him to fly like that. But if he just has regular old helium, that wouldn't work. No siree. That nuh-uh. So yeah, that's his suit. He's that. Let's not look at the suit. Let's look at the man in the suit. And let's go past the man, and let's go into his vital organs and look at his heart. Now, he doesn't so much have a heart of gold, because if you're familiar with Toy Story lore, he has an enemy, an arch nemesis. Is it Zod? No, that's Superman. I don't know who he is, but he's like really tall. Zod keeps coming up. He's really tall and he's purple. And he ends up becoming Buzz Lightyear's father. And it does take him a while, but he does end up, connecting with him. But his enemy, or his dad, I should say, still has done bad things, and he just forgave him like that, So he's not that good of a person, but he is still a good person. You know what I'm saying? You catch my drift? Like a little wink wink there. He has shown to be a good person. I won't list all the times, but he has shown to be a good enough person to score a cowgirl. So, no, that's pretty good there. On his part, able to score that. Anyway, his Spanish version was a lot more charming. I don't know if you guys remember that. I doubt a lot of you have. Well, a lot of you. I say a lot of you like I have more than 3 subscribers. How many subscribers do I have? Okay, anyway. Look at this guy. Look at Drake. He's all like Drake. Okay, so, where was I? Okay, so Cowgirl. Oh, Spanish Buzz. So Spanish Buzz was a lot more charming than his regular Buzz. And I doubt some of you guys remember a lot of the lore from Toy Story. So I'll just give you a brief rundown. He was controlled by, I believe, it was Lotso's group. This guy. It was Lotso's group that turned him into Spanish Buzz. And Spanish Buzz ended up, like, saving Cowgirl's life. And yeah, it's kind of. So that's kind of where you saw that, and then like the end of that movie, you know, you saw them kind of together. It was a heartwarming scene. I almost cried. I'm man enough to admit that I almost cried. So, okay, what? Okay, so back on Spanish Buzz. You see, Spanish Buzz was really cool. Because, like, he was Spanish. Like, Spanish people are statistically more cool than space rangers. And so, I mean, like, space rangers are pretty cool, but a Spanish space ranger, see, that's cooler. So yeah, that was Spanish Buzz. Spanish Buzz did some good things. You know, he saved the cowgirl and all that. So, you know, Spanish Buzz, he's probably like top 10 best anime characters. But regular Buzz, like I said before, you know, with his father thing. I'm not gonna call him General Zod because I don't know if that's his actual name. But the father thing with regular Buzz, see, he's not that good of a person. He has like 2 personalities. His Spanish personality is like what holds him up to be like good Buzz, you know. There's always a part of Spanish Buzz in regular Buzz. And so regular Buzz, he wouldn't be who he is without Spanish Buzz. And, you know, you gotta give Spanish Buzz some kudos, you know? Okay, so back onto Buzz. I really don't know what to say I'm just trying to make stuff up as I go along, and so you guys probably tuned out already. So I could like say anything right now. Never had this much power. But I won't. I'll stay on Spanish Buzz. Or just Buzz, I mean. Not Spanish Buzz. So Buzz, alright? He wouldn't be who he is without Spanish Buzz. Spanish Buzz, his essence, really lifts up regular Buzz. Okay, regular Buzz, he's like, Gucci. Because of Spanish Buzz. You know? Part Spanish Buzz. But, so now we've established that his suit is real weird. And he's influenced by a Spanish Buzz who makes him good. And that's a pretty cool Buzz right there. That's Buzz Lightyear. But you can't say Buzz Lightyear without thinking of a creamy mac and cheese dinner by Kraft. I mean, I guess you can, but like, it'd be hard to, at least for me. So, if you have ever shoved any type of noodle into Buzz, I should say his helmet, into Buzz's helmet, then you'll see that he can hold a lot of noodle. Now, if you shove in some Kraft mac and cheese dinner into his helmet, then he would be able to store food in his helmet. So, say he gets stranded, but just before you had a Kraft mac and cheese dinner, and you shoved your remainders into Buzz's helmet because you hate Kraft mac and cheese, and if you hate Kraft mac and cheese, you're just a horrible human being, but still, if you just really don't like Kraft mac and cheese, you could stuff a whole lot in there. And then you throw Buzz, and you throw him so hard, and he goes so far, that he actually goes into space and lands on Venus. Now, he's up there, and he has mac and cheese, and he has food. So he could survive quite a while on that mac and cheese. And you can't say, oh, but it's just mac and cheese. How long could he survive? You can survive on mac and cheese. Imagine a thing of macaroni and cheese that was as big as, let's see, a thing of mac and cheese as big as Adam's nose. That's a big piece of mac and cheese. That could really give you some nutrition. Not Adam's nose, the mac and cheese. So if you have that many mac and cheese bits, then you have a lot of food. At least for Buzz's standpoint. So he could survive pretty darn long until you are somehow able to build a spaceship, go up to Venus, and retrieve your Buzz Lightyear. But he needs air because he's on Venus, and Venus doesn't have a lot of air, I don't think. Haven't really looked into the atmosphere of Venus. And I can't do any research at the moment because I am recording this without any Wi-Fi. So I don't even know how long this will take to go up. Yeah. But so I can't look up Venus's climate or its atmosphere. So let's just assume that it's like Mars. See, Mars doesn't have air, So Mars, it's air. It doesn't have much. I know I just said that. I'm really tired. So you have no air, but he needs air. But his helmet has mac and cheese in it. So what could he do? Now, if he was lucky enough, he would have brought a bowl with him, and let's assume that he did. You can't go anywhere without a bowl. I always bring a bowl with me. It's always somewhere on my body. You can find it anywhere. Always bring a bowl with you. And if he brought a bowl, he was lucky enough to have a bowl on him at that exact moment in time. then he would be able to put the mac and cheese in that bowl and let his helmet refill with air. But the mac and cheese had a lot of cheese, that's where the cheese for mac and cheese comes in. So he would be breathing in air that has essence of cheese. Now I doubt that's good for him. And so if he's up there without the mac and cheese in his helmet, there's no mac and cheese in his helmet, but there's still the essence of cheese. He's breathing in cheesy air. Now, that would be like, I don't know how that would be like. It would suck, okay? So, sitting up there, and he dies. Boom. Buzz Lightyear dead. Video ends now.